So, hello dear viewers. Now it's time to start the stream. I finally solved some of the technical issues I had. So let's do that. Let me first of all pull the changes from my repository. Okay. So changes are pulled. So I created, so far I created some JSON codec. This codec is used for working with the data input submitted by the end user. And this one I think is actually tested and working. Let's check. Okay, so it's gonna compile all the dependencies. Let's wait for it. Okay, so associated types bindings are not allowed there. This is where I stopped so far. Yeah, so what I saw is that, oh yeah, so I cannot have it there. I see. Yeah, so I need to move this part. Let's see, does this one work? And here is read, and here we're gonna have as well actually it's gonna be commands, and here we're gonna receive events. So we're gonna merge together two streams. One that's gonna be our input commands, and another will be output event. So it's gonna be two streams that we're gonna try to merge. Let's see if it's gonna compile. First of all, yeah, I need to add here as well a sized type. And here events is gonna be just a type like that. And here we're gonna specify commands, and here we're gonna specify events, and we're gonna output okay, so I need also to specify a type here. So what kind of a type it can return us? I think it'll be just a stream, right? Okay, so this one seems like works well. Let's try to compile it. Okay, it doesn't have size known at compile time. And why it doesn't have a size known? Because I need to specify it, right? Oh yeah, because I actually don't have I don't have a stream over there. So how can I specify it here? Probably I can just add this one here, and I can specify that it also implements a stream trait, but the item that it should return should be a connection. Oh yeah, okay. let's call it yeah, let's give some other names, commands. Yeah, let's call it in. This one gonna be out, and this is gonna be connection. So here we're gonna specify it like input is read stream, output is an event stream, and the result is gonna be a C. So let's see, can we specify here as well error of this type plus sized, right? So can we just run it now? Cannot infer type from what? From stream? Oh, okay. Consider given stream type, but yeah, okay. So the stream type is gonna be a type of stream with JSON value item. Okay, JSON value, and the error is gonna be an empty, because we're not gonna have any errors. We're just gonna have an empty tuple. Okay, let's see, try to compile it. Why it doesn't work now? Expected in, oh yeah, it should be connection anew. Let's see. Okay, let's stream. Okay, probably because I'm using this stream iter and it doesn't use can I somehow? Ah, okay, so I'm actually using iter awk. I need to use actually different stream type, so it should be a different implementation. And let's see, iter awk, does it have something? Okay, so here we have an iter awk, and we need to specify a type. So we need to create something here. Ah, okay, I see what's the problem. So first of all, it should be not a stream iter, it should be a different type. So it should be a stream iter awk and of a type JSON value, right? And the error itself needs to be an IO type error. Okay, this is great. And here as well we need to specify a JSON value, but this time an error gonna be this one. Let's see if this one gonna compile. So what it tells us, the tray is not implemented for assert the value. Okay. And why it's not working? Because it needs to be an iterator. Okay, and inside of the iterator we need to have an item. Okay, so let's say it's a vector of JSON values. Does it work like this? Let's try it out. It tells that expected type parameter found struct future stream iterator. Okay. Okay, at least it goes somewhere. So now I just need to say that it should be iter awk of type connection and an empty error, right? And then I'm just gonna specify a vector for now for connection. Let's see if it's gonna work. Found expected type parameter found expected type C found type Okay, let's just use read stream map connection. Let's try it out. Input command. Let's see if this one suffices our condition. And can we actually run it now? Expected type parameter found stuck type stream map. Oh yeah, and map error right into what? Into an empty tuple. Okay, what's the problem? Oh yeah, that's a problem. The problem was not in the map statement, but in another issue. Okay, cannot infer type. Again, expected C because of return type. Map. What's wrong there? Okay, how can I return the right type? Consider giving stream a type. Okay. Type annotations needed. Mismatch types. How can I run stream map or futures? Futures stream. Wait, how can I specify this output type? So I'm just trying to map those types, but what it will tell me now? Now it's gonna tell me that the method. Okay, now it's a little bit different. So what it tells me now, it tells me that expected something. Okay, try adding a return type. And what is a return type? Future stream map. Stream map of some stream. Okay, how can I do it? So okay, it creates a wrapper stream with map. Then so I have a map, and then I also have actually a select. And how can I make it working? Okay, so how can we make something with it? So we have a stream, and then the stream is gonna be split. Does it have some tests maybe from which I can learn how this module tests itself? Let's see. Let's see how it actually tests a stream. So how does it test assert done? Okay, so assert done. So it takes a list. Okay. So here's probably how can I test it out maybe. So it takes a list. Then when I'm trying to do something with it, okay. How does it test it? Okay, so there is assert done. It generates a list of the data. It tries to collect the results from it. This is actually what I'm looking for, because I'm actually want to test something similar. So assert done does what? It does assert equals on those types. So it waits for a future to complete. Okay, this is a nice way actually to test it, I think. Assert done, assert empty. Is it somehow available? Future tests. Okay, it's mostly in the futures and specified separately. So assert done, and then here we have a type of the future item and the future error. Okay. So how does it generate a list? It generates a boxed stream of data. Okay. So here it just specifies it like this. Then so yeah, mostly it's actually using templates in order to specify how it's gonna be returned. Okay. So we have here some ways actually to implement it. Let's see how can we do it with the stream. So we have a vector of the values. Okay, and where are the streams? Okay, here is a stream test. So let's say how it's working with list of the data. Yes, so the list of the data that is created is just a channel of items. Okay. And here is type iter, stream itself for this iter type. Oh, okay, I see. So for the test, in order to test streams, there is some new type being created. It will just iterate over the values. So probably that's what I need to do for my tests as well. I need to create a fake type, which I'm gonna just use in my test. How about select? What is chunks actually? It's interesting. Okay. Okay. And here's a function. So how do I do it? It's interesting. So we have some iterator over results, okay. And what if I want to what if I just want to create a new stream based on two other streams of the data without actually binding myself into the stream type itself. So I just want to have something simple. So let's remove all this mess for now, and let's try to create that other stream. Okay, so how can I achieve it without introducing a new struct? Because I don't want to create a new struct for this purpose. I just want to create a simple function. Can I just create something like function create stream? Then as an argument, first one is going to be read. Let's say input stream. Then second argument is going to be event stream, and I just want to combine them together into one stream. And input stream is going to be of type stream. event stream is going to be also of type stream. And here I need to specify that input is actually, it's going to be something like this. Input just going to be here, it's going to be a stream plus sized, and event is going to be also stream plus sized. So this is basically the types that I expect. And as well, I want to specify where here, for instance, item gonna be j, and here as well item gonna be j, and error in this case will be some error, right? And here, yeah, let's also expect that it's gonna be I don't remember actually how this one implements errors. So if we take a look at bounded channel, let's say, and how it does it. And unbounded channel as well, the same types. So unbounded channel, unbounded receiver. And how it specifies it as output, so it specifies it like this. So I need to specify that it's an unbounded receiver. So this is actually what I'm gonna have, right? I'm gonna specify that I have an unbounded receiver here as the events stream. So it's gonna be unbounded receiver of JSON value. Does it work? Okay, so I cannot specify. Oh, because it's about the templates, and here it's gonna be an event stream is gonna be unbounded receiver. Well, let's paste it. Unbounded receiver. Okay. Of JSON value. Okay. So now let's call it create connection stream. error is equal to IO error. And it's gonna return back a stream of the type itself. So it's gonna be a stream of can we have a map of a stream? Right, so map of this type. So how can we see how it works? So here we have a map. So the type stream, okay. So I cannot place any kind of expectation on top of it. Is it correct? Yeah, it looks a little bit complicated in my opinion. It should be much more easier to implement it, but for me as a newcomer to Rust language, it looks a little bit too complicated. Let's see if I run it now. Yeah, it tells that not found in the scope. Yeah, because here I just want to create a new just unbounded receiver. Of type JSON value. Does it work like this? Okay, I have to have something like let and also I need to have this one being separated, so I need to have a sender and reader, and I need to use this unbounded channel. Oh yeah, I don't need actually to import it here. So here it should be unbounded receiver, and here it should be unbounded channel of JSON value. And here I'm gonna pass in RX, and why it fails. Expected unbounded receiver, found unbounded receiver. Very nice. Okay, so probably I need in this case to template it then, all right? So I need to specify here a type, probably. And does it work like this? Maybe it should be here. Okay, and error is gonna be this one. Probably it's the best way to work with it. Yes. So then we can have create connection stream of item Okay, how can I write here? So I is a stream, and it should be I type, right? Does it work like this? Maybe we can have something like this then. And then it should return back a stream of item connection with I type and I error, right? And then I don't need to specify sized here. Probably then this one should work, right? So then I can have a stream type, and back I return another stream. And then this stream is gonna have this kind of a structure, right? Oh, it should be probably item, right? Stream. Okay, so it should have a type item and type error. Okay. Type. Okay, and here it's also, it should be also item of this type. should be type of error, and then back we're gonna return a connection of this error type. I hope my understanding of this Rust implementation gonna work well. Yeah, I'm new to Rust, and for me getting grasp on this templating ideas is a little bit complicated. So yeah, I have type T and type E that are gonna be passed into output. So output is gonna be connection type T and E, and error gonna be a type of none, because we are not gonna have any errors in our output. Okay, hope this one gonna work. Let's see. Then I sent an argument as an input stream of type and error, and then I send back a stream of item with connection and error itself. Then I have T, then I have E, and I output back an O. So let's see, does it gonna compile? Okay, expected Tokio sync, but I somehow, yeah, I've sent a different one. Okay, so it should be Tokio sync MPSC unbounded receiver. Actually, here we're gonna create unbounded channel of JSON value. Okay. So let's see if it's actually gonna work. Let's see. Does it compile? It tells that expected struct unbounded but we received unsync. What the heck? I wanted Tokio sync. Okay. Tokio sync. Unbounded channel. Okay, so here's how it's created. So it's created as unbounded channel. Let's see. Cannot infer type of a stream because, yeah, I didn't specify any type there. Oh, okay, I see. Actually, then I don't need this kind of thing. I just need to specify that I have create connection item of these types. Then I can just specify that it's a stream of item with type and error with e, and then bounded receiver of this type, and I'm sending back a stream of this type with connection of this type, right? So then it sounds more reasonable, probably. But let's see how it goes, because I still didn't get it to compile phase. So it doesn't have size known at compile time. Oh yeah, because here the iterator awk doesn't have a type specified. So let's create a type like 32, and the type of error is an empty type. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a vector of these values. Let's see, does it compile? Which line? Oh yeah, because I didn't specify here. Actually, they should match, right? So the JSON value should be for this one and for this one. Okay. Why it cannot be known? Can we just specify that it's going to be an IO error? Yeah, let's try to provide some JSON value here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Doesn't have a size known. Okay, let's make sure that it's sized. And let's comment this one out. Okay. So the problem is actually in definition. Let's return this one. Is it gonna work? Okay, let's see how it works with this selector combinator here. So no, that's not what I'm looking for. I was looking more into the streams. So here we have okay. So here we have a map. Yeah, but it's all part of a trait, right? So it's not part of an external function. And do we have any kind of stream combinators itself? Let's see. Okay, so here we have how about select? Okay, so here it tells that you have stream 1 and stream 2, and then you just specify that the second stream should infer a type from the first one. Can I do something like this myself? Can I just specify that we have so unbounded receiver is a channel. Okay, so it can have different errors. Let's see. So what if we specify like stream 1 and stream and rx, and then we specify that the input stream is type S1 and event stream is rx, where S1 is stream and Rx is unbound receiver of S1 type. Can it work like this? Oh yeah. It should be here. And returns stream 2. S2. Okay. So I can't specify something like okay, let's put something like this. It's also gonna be stream and item gonna be a type of stream 1, but error gonna be unbounded receiver unbounded. Can I have an error of that one? Unbounded receiver, unbounded channel, bounded receiver. Where is the stream implementation? So unbounded receive error. Okay, let's see. So it should be an unbounded receive error being returned back. Let's see how can we achieve it. Okay, does it work? So far it doesn't complain, at least in IDE, but the other one is gonna show us a result later on. So here we're gonna specify that it's connection of S1 type, and S1 error, right? Or we actually, can we specify that we ignore an error type here? Let's try to run it. Okay. Can we just specify like this then? Associated type not found for S1. Okay, what's the problem there? Yes, but I didn't run anything. I just want to see if it just compiles a definition. So it's a stream. Futures. Okay, I probably have to specify it as a stream here. So does it now find it? Okay, let's run it. Okay, associated type not found. Oh yeah, because it should be item, not type. My bad. So associated type item, it should be looking like this. Okay, the function body doesn't return. Okay, this is good. So let's just take our input stream, and we're just gonna map back our connection what we're gonna map here. We're gonna map here input command. So let's see, does it work? Does it compile? Okay, it tells okay, so I also need probably to map also map error as an empty error, maybe. Let's see. Does it complain now? Expected type parameter found struct map error. Okay. Found expected type as 2. Okay. Burden due to previous errors. Expected type parameter found struct. Okay, and how do I fix this one? So I have an input command of this. Let's just create an error, a connection error type without any data, just to see if it's gonna solve our issue with Okay, so what can we say here? Okay, what is the error gonna be? It's gonna be connection error as the error type. Let's see, does it gonna return us back? It tells us that expected type parameter found struct future stream map. But why? Why? Why I can take a stream 1, so I can take input stream, why I can't map it into connection. Input comment map error into connection input error. Okay, and here we have error. Okay, and here we're gonna run select with event stream. It's gonna map itself into connection output event. Can we really do anything here? Can we just expect that it works? Okay, expected type parameter. Probably I don't need to have S2 being parameterized because I infer all the types from an existing one. So if I just specify that it returns back a stream of item, of connect item of connection S1 item, and with error equal to nothing. Okay, trade bound doesn't have a concise known. Okay, and here we specify that as one error. And can I specify here something like connection connection error? Does it show now a bound or not? How do I satisfy this sized value? Oh, because an error is unknown. Why it's unknown? Okay, so let's create just an error type. Struct connection error. And let's just use this one here. Does it now tell us that something is gonna work correctly? Okay, now we have a connection error specified. Y stream connection and error connection doesn't have so does it gonna work now? Let's run it. Okay. What's the problem there? Okay, so let's try to put here also an error conversion into our connection error. That's gonna work? Let's see. So what it tells us now: expected trade stream, but found. Oh yeah, because I need to return back an implementation of the trade. Expected FN item found enum. Where does it fail? Where is it? It's line. Here. Input error. And then we have this one. And where is the problem? Expected FN item found enum JSON stream connection. How do I fix it? It's interesting. Let's see. So we have trait of associated type. Okay, so it tells me that we expected some kind of an item, but it actually did fail. So let's see. Map error, select map error with some function that returns back a type. I see probably what's the problem. Because an error is getting mapped into the regular stream. So let's see an example of converts a stream of error type T to a stream of error type U. So if we map an error type, okay. Oh, probably that's the problem. Let's see. Expected struct connection error found enum JSON string connection. Found type JSON string connection. Okay. What previous errors? Okay, type mismatch resolving. FN once. Unbounded receive error. Expected struct JSON stream found JSON string connection. Okay, what if we just map errors here now into this connection error here? Maybe then it will not complain. Expect struct sync found enum JSON string connection. Why? Why it's Can I just ditch an error here? Okay, can I just remove this one and say it's gonna be unbounded receiver of type S1 item. Can I specify something like this? I hope so. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back to our errors. Expected struct Tokio sync unbound receive error found enum connection. Oh, I see. I see. So the stream that I'm trying to join to has an error being mapped as connection input error, and that one actually results in a problem because yeah, because the thing that I wanted to do, I wanted actually to move an error into the main collection, and apparently it's impossible to do, right? Because of that map error statement here, I transform an error on the stream into the input error. Okay, how can I fix that? So if we take a look at the stream, there should be some kind of combinators that I can okay, so here is a stream combinator to change there. This is created by stream from error. Okay, and what's the purpose of this combinator? Is that is that I have this stream error. Yeah, but how can I create it? How can I maybe I can forward somehow. Can I somehow actually match this error itself and make it available in my code base for pulling over? Yeah, I just want to have an error that happens in parsing of the JSON structure. I want to have it available inside of my stream. So I have this kind of JSON stream itself here, map, then I have connection, input command. I have this value being sent as an item, then it maps an error into this operation here. But I just want to have an error being returned to me inside of the fold function. So I want to be able to fold later on this functionality. Let's see. Can I implement some kind of a stream that transfers errors into the channel itself? So we have our stream that we are actually polling, and then yeah, so let's see how map is implemented here. So we have, for instance, map, converts a stream of error type T to a stream of error type U over all errors of the stream as they are made available, and then callback will be executed in line with calls to poll. Note that this function consumes the receiving stream and so on. Yeah, it's clear. How about returning back an error? Itself, so can I map somehow? Chain on computation for when an error happens, passing the erroneous result to the provided closure F. This function can be used to run a unit of work and attempt to recover from an error if one happens. The closure provided will be yielded an error when one appears, and then returned future will then be run to completion. Okay, so probably we can use that one. Okay. So probably we can use, so with mapper we can use or else, right? And then this or else need to be returning futures, future awk. So then we can select on event stream. Now we should see a different error, right? Expected struct unbounded, receive error, found struct connection error. Yeah, that's true, because I didn't map error here into event stream. And here we're just gonna map an error also into connection error. do we care about the error value? Not much. And here we're gonna do the same. Let's see, does it compile now? At least it doesn't compile because no, unbounded receive error. Okay, so finally this one works, because it should be an unbounded receive. Okay, tab annotations needed for what exactly? Yeah, it compiled. It compiled. I'm so happy. I'm so freaking happy. You can't imagine how happy I am. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. So why? Oh my goodness. Okay, can we run a test now for this functionality or not? It's just crazy. Let's take a look at the final solution. So we have create connection stream with an input type of a stream, and unbounded receiver of this stream item type. Okay. So this is clear. Let's see. So it returns back this connection error. That's just a placeholder. So I can just test it something like test it converts. Yeah, let's just remove all of our things that we did here. So let's just have something like, yeah, it's interesting because I was planning to make this one working for a TDD process, but apparently this kind of functionality you can't really test it because compiler doesn't let you compile about all the type mismatches, so you can't really follow TDD practice here in order to make this code working. You have actually to make the whole code working before you get it to compile. Okay, so at least we can let's say send okay, and what we're gonna send some JSON values, right? So we're gonna send JSON value with empty string. So let's just do something like this. So let's just for the sake of an experiment, we're just gonna, yeah, with this kind of templating I cannot really test the concrete implementation here. So let's say, what if I just specify here, let's say wrong one. So if I specify here an input, yeah, still error because I expect it to be a different type. I still cannot do it. Can I actually remove this one? Because I think this one is redundant. Now let's check. What kind of an error? Oh yeah, because cannot find macro JSON because I didn't import it. Let's import the macro. I don't need a JSON codec. I don't need this one. Insert the error. I also don't need. Also an stdio. I don't need in this implementation. I need only Tokio prelude with features and streams. I need insert the JSON value. Yes, because I'm relying on this one in my test. So yeah, then I actually don't need it in the main library. I just needed to have in this one, yeah, so unbound receiver. So I depend on the concrete type. I actually don't need then an error. So now it looks a little bit better. Now I can take a look here. And I have an unbounded channel of JSON values, which I'm gonna join in to one single input stream. And here I'm gonna create stream iter result of a vector of the JSON values. Yeah, so we're gonna use here assert the JSON value and JSON macro. So here we're gonna use JSON value, and what we're gonna do here, test it merges all, test it merges into empty stream. So first we're gonna create this simple test case. We don't care about sender right now. We just need a receiver, right? So we created this one. Then we have stream iter result. Oh yeah, this one I need to specify here. Iter result. And what can I specify here? I can specify here a vector of awk JSON. And can I just specify an empty vector? Will it work? So it should be okay, so I need only to specify type E and type E. Okay, so this should be a stream be this value. Okay. And it should be mutable, right? Let stream be an immutable stream of values. Iter result of a vector of JSON values, right? Of type so it just should be JSON values then, and okay, so let's just create let empty vector of these values be this type, right? And then it's just going to be an empty vector that I'm going to pass here. Oh, sorry, here I need to pass an empty vector. Okay, now it's resolved, and now I can run finally my function called create connection stream. Right, and here I'm gonna join this Rx and let final stream be final stream. Let's collect. Yeah, let's execute wait, and then we collect yeah, but what wait does here? Wait in futures stream, yes. So it returns back a stream. Okay, so the wait is gonna be possible to execute Iterator method probably. Can we somehow look what's Iterator default implementation is? Not much. Okay, can we collect? Oh, okay. Can we do something like assert equals of this one as an empty vector. Is it gonna work? Can I just return something like this? Okay, so I still have to make sure that okay, what's the problem here? Okay, so the problem is in running it, right? And if we do something like this, S2. So, does it gonna work? Let's see. What if we just specify it's a chain? Import. Yes, it should be a chain or the string. So can I somehow import it now? It's from futures chain. Okay. Now probably I can remove this one. And yes, to then I don't need this one. Now let's see, does it gonna compile? Stop, where is it? Can't compile std vector with future stream chain, future stream. Now can compare. Okay. At least if I gonna remove here, the code something should still work. Okay, so now we have a type mismatch of expected type found map error. Oh yeah, because I didn't specify the resulting type, so it should be actually a stream of stream 1 connection S1 item and S1 error. So this should be a stream type. And here it actually should be the same one, right? So it should be the same kind of stream. Okay. Connection error. And here it's also should be error equals connection error. Now let's put an error here where okay, it should be error of the type connection error. So does it gonna work? No. Okay, let's not make it then like that, because it's not gonna stand. Okay, now does it gonna work? The size of value of type cannot be known at the runtime. Which value of which type? Okay. Can we do something like this? So probably size was important, right? Can we maybe specify something like this? Okay, now it finally works. It finally works, but yeah, a little bit not what I actually expected. Okay, can I create a connection stream of S1 is an empty vector and S2 is Rx as well. That's gonna yell at me. Yes, the trait futures stream is not implemented for vector JSON value. Oh yeah, because I need to create a stream. Iter ok. Yeah, so that's gonna work now. Okay, it's just my typo. Cannot infer type of E. Okay. Okay, let's see if it's gonna infer types now. Yeah, so now it infers types and it successfully executes this one. Let result. Okay. Does it gonna assign this let result? Can we do result collect? Perfect. Can we do wait? Okay. Print ln. Yeah, let's just assert equals to an empty vector, right? So it should complain that Can it be formatted? Okay. Can I execute collect on it? Like that. Where is the type B specified? Why it cannot infer type? Let's try to format this result. Okay, it cannot be formatted, but how can I test that it actually works? So what does wait does? So wait just uses an executor. Okay, how it tests those tests with streams in Tokio library. So it uses assert done wait. Okay, and then the result. Okay, so here we have some tests. So zip, for instance, it waits for all the results. So it collects, then it waits, collect, and then it's gonna wait, and then you can receive back a result itself. Because assert done, what does it? It takes this one, it executes wait, and then it asserts the result based on the output. Okay, let's see if we can do the same. Can we run like this, collect, and then wait, right? So it should collect, and then it should execute wait, and here we just need to assert that it's gonna be an empty vector. Okay, cannot be for connection, cannot be formatted using this one. Oh, okay, now it's clear because I didn't specify here derive, debug, and partial equal. Let's see. The same for the error. Okay, now expected and assert equals expected result found struct. Try using variant like ok. Yes, agree. This is what I need actually to specify. It should be a result of an empty vector. Yeah, finally I make a test run, and this is very good feeling because I was thinking that I'm completely lost and I don't know what to do with this Rust thing. So now I'm happy that I can write another test. So now I need to write a test that it wraps do I want to use here JSON value, or I just can use something simple? Okay, I'm gonna use JSON value anyway in my case, so let's do something like join joins events and commands into single stream. So now we can create an unbounded channel, and here in unbounded channel this time we're gonna execute something like probably we're gonna do something like fold maybe on a vector with some input values. Right. So can we somehow set the value manually into this rig stream? Can we maybe emulate so unbounded receiver, channel try send, rigs task notify, take task. Okay, so casual cell of option task. Okay, so it takes inner task, then it forgets the value, and here if we take a look at the push, it writes into a block. Okay, so looks like it should be possible. Implementation for TX. Okay. So it's probably yeah, I see. So it's a linked list as far as I see, because it has head and tail. Okay. Okay, now let's see how can I do I. So technically, if I can just use try send, right, it should just send the message right away. I even don't need to without blocking. Okay. So I can either do start send or I can just use try send. So the try send, it just sends a message right away. I don't need to do anything. So probably try send, it's gonna work. So tx try send. What can I send here? I can send here a JSON value of some event one, and let's do it actually like this: event one, event two. Cannot borrow immutable, yeah, because I need to make it mutable, right? But why? Wait a second. Can I clone then? Okay. Cool. So I need to clone, and then I can execute try send, clone, try send. Then here inside of the input vector, it will contain an awk result for an awk result of JSON command, and then command 1 and command 2. Let's see what's gonna happen if we're gonna run a test. Okay, it tells us that something help look with similar name exists. Oh yeah. Yeah, it actually passes, but I don't think we're just running the right tests. Let's run this one. Okay. It never finishes. It never finishes because because of maybe these statements. Let's see. It's not that one. It's just because it has some data inside of create connection stream. So what it does, here I have or else, I have map error, and I have chain. Maybe map error is a problem. No, not a map error. Probably something here. What if we just actually remove this type definition on top? Let's see, is it still gonna compile? No, because I forgot single item here. An implementation of partial equal for city result. Binary operation cannot be applied to this type. Okay, so let's return something that was working before. Okay, so right now it never finishes. And this one happens because of what? Because of connection? Stream of iter results? No. I have absolutely the same code in both places. In both places it's let's have a command one. Oh yeah. First of all, this one is not what I wanted to make it working. It's one thing, and yeah, here it's just gonna be another awk statement. Or here, okay. Why it never finishes? Because probably the weight is let's take maybe 2. Yeah, let's try to take 2 and see if it's gonna help us to make it run. Okay. So the problem is that it actually never finishes, and it's quite strange. Oh, I know what's the problem. Now I see. Yeah, because in order to finish a stream, I need to specify none in the end, and now it's actually gonna finish it. Or not much. If iter next is none, async ready none. Now I understand what's the problem. The problem is that the input vector is not mutable, and it means that it just constantly walks over. No, still the same issue. Iter can I just specify it like this? Result type, okay. And then we're gonna give back an error. Why it doesn't work? Let's see. Tests for features. How they test here? Stream, list, zip, list, collect. Okay, list. Send. and then send, and forget. Okay. That's from our error list. Okay, let's see how the error list is done. So just test stuff a little bit not in a way I expect. Why I can't have this stream iteration working correctly? Because I just want to make sure that, yeah, we have, so let's say if it's an empty stream, oh, nice. Actually, there is a way to specify a stream of empty data. Can I change my test to this one? Here, let's see. Stream. Okay. Empty. Empty, and here it's gonna be JSON value and another type like this, and here it's gonna be an empty stream, so it's gonna be an empty type, right? So empty, here we're just gonna specify an empty stream. Let's see, does it run the first test? Yeah, so the first test of empty stream works, it's good. This one doesn't, and it doesn't because I need to create a stream of fixed values. And here I probably can just create something like once, yeah. So the once stream is gonna be something like that. Stream once of this type. Okay. Okay, then it's clear. And okay, so I can just specify it here like that. And here I can specify stream once of JSON value and empty error, and it's gonna be awk of JSON value command 1 stream concat, right? Then I can concat at least 2 streams together. Can I execute something like this? Or I have to do it something like stream once, and then I have to execute stream. No, and then I have to execute concat with stream once of also awk JSON, but this time command 2, right? Or better actually chain. So then we can just create a stream like that. Does it work? Let's see. It runs, but still it runs forever. And why it runs forever? Probably because so we can actually try to emulate a failure like this. Okay. Probably I can make my test fail. Okay. Okay. Now I see where it's going. Okay, so now I can do something like this. So the problem most probably is related to chaining an input stream after that one. Let's see if this one actually helps. Yeah, but the input stream needs to get mapped into the value. So the value should be a connection input command of the value. Let's see if it helps. Okay. This one at least works. Okay, then we can go over and create map error of another error itself, and it's gonna be connection input error E. Let's see if it's gonna help us compile. Oh, it should be or else, and then that's all. Then we map an error of something into connection error. Yeah, so the problem is not that one. The problem is that here it should return future ok. So we just return a value right away into the future. Okay, use of undeclared type or module on action. Yeah, connection. Let's try now. Yeah, it works. And now actually this one actually works. So the problem was not in input stream, but in something different. Okay. So the problem was in this Rx stream because there is no values and it probably waits forever. Forget it finished. So that's the problem. So as soon as there is some values in the first input stream, when it tries to change something else. Yeah, okay, I see. I see where it's going. Okay, how is testing happening there as well for a stream? So then and then send, and then again send, and then again send, and then forget. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Tx send JSON some event 1, and then so for instance, yeah, if we create send and then we send another one, it gets more and more complicated from perspective of how we're gonna send it. Okay, so here we have send, and then send, and again we're gonna do transaction send JSON event 2. Okay, so send actually consumes okay, so it sends back another self. Okay, so and then we send something else, and then in the end we're gonna forget about this one. So let's see how it works. Okay, so it should be sync send all. It's actually nice. Okay, so we have a sync of send all for stream. Okay. Okay, how does it work? So when I run a send, it's just gonna take something from a sync. Okay, so the sync works in the same way as a stream. It just returns itself all the time. Okay, so we have some sync and some item. And how does sync itself work? So when you run sync send, it returns you a new sync. It's better to batch. Okay. So here we have this one being merged into one stream. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, so let's see. So if I send some data into Rx, so Rx is our event stream. Do I really want to merge it into one? I don't think so. So probably I just need to execute something like Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to merge them together in the end. Yeah, I'm just was doing all things wrong because the RX stream from this unbounded channel, it's an implementation detail of how I'm gonna receive back events from a system, and yeah, those events just I don't need to do anything with that. I'm just gonna remove it altogether. There is no need for that unbounded stream. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just return back create single item stream, right? And then I just can run this task itself. So there's going to be an input command and then an input error. So it means that I actually need to, for each of the folded items in a stream, I have to do something with that implementation. Yeah, so back it's gonna return or else with which type? With let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it as a chain, right? So we have an empty stream, create merged item stream, merged input stream. Okay, then we can have a chain of events here, and this one gonna be a connection, input error, and a command. So here it's gonna be a chain of implementation for stream with item that is equal to connection enum and error equal to an empty. Oh, actually this is going to be connection error, right? Connection error type. Good. What it complains about? Oh yeah, that the chain is gonna be chain of, yeah. Can I just return back a simple implementation of that stream? Yeah. wrong number of parameters expected. Yeah, S1 item and then S1 error. That's still gonna compile. No, because cannot find create connection with the stream. Yeah, this is clear because I just didn't implement it correctly. Okay, so I don't need unbounded channel anymore. I just can say it just returns an empty vector. Yeah, here I just don't need this Rx stream because it's probably gonna be a little bit complicated to test it out. So let's see. Can I run it now? Okay, perfect. So it still works, and I still receive better better results than I was doing before. So now at least I have a failing test that I can actually fix. So okay, I can actually move this one out here and yeah, to assert results correctly as they appear in our implementation. Okay, let's go over this one. Let's run it one more time. Then we have an actual value and expected value mismatch. So what do I expect this stream to return me? I expect it to return me a set of events here. So let's see. I have result, collect, wait. Okay, how can I test it out? Can I now actually do it not with stream once, but maybe with just a vector of values? Can I just create stream iter ok of vector of these JSON values? Can I run something like this? Because I just want to have a simplified version for my test. I don't want to yeah, let's validate that it returns commands wrapped into connection input command. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, iter awk, and here I need to specify type for error, and for error type is gonna be this one. Let's see. Okay, now the test looks better, and the data in test looks better too. Now I can just validate that the result of the collect is equals to a vector of this connection input command of this value and of this value too. So let's see. Great, passes. So let's make it fail, just to make sure that we properly implemented something. Let's just return an empty value. Now we should receive a proper failure message. Yes. So now let's go back and implement it, and now let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is the input error. Now let's just return back something like this. Okay, it's impossible to do like this, but yeah. Seems like I can't do anything with that one. Okay, let's just return an error here. Let's also let's just return here connection error, just to make sure it's a failure. For the next test that we're gonna write. So in the next test that we're gonna write the test. Yeah, first of all, let's fix the name of the test case here. Now the next test is gonna be combines errors with JSON input command. Okay. Here we are. Always input command into one stream of data. Good. Now we can create something like this. We can create an iter of results. And here we're gonna have awk. Here we're gonna have error gonna be just an empty error. And yeah, let's do it like this. So we're gonna have 2 errors, and after the last error we're still gonna show the assert command. So what I expect is an output is something like first command, then connection input error, then input error, and then command number 2, and then the input error again. And let's run it. Expected enum inserted JSON value found. This one, okay. Why it's a problem? Why an error is not correct type? Oh, I see. So it should be vector of result like this. Okay. Now probably it should pass. Okay. Can you just infer a type? Okay. It's what was expected. Actual is a connection error. Okay, nice. So, or else needs to return back connection input error E, and here we are. Let's see if it's gonna help us. Okay, so the trait bound for this type is not satisfied. Okay, so I need to extract a vector of return result. It should be type of vector with result of JSON value and this kind of error type. So now I hope it's gonna properly infer types of iter result. Okay, the feature is not implemented for that input area because I need to return back a feature of OK. Let's see. Yeah, now it's actually passing. And if I return a feature of error, okay, it's gonna return me a compile error. Okay, so now it returns the expected result. What else do I want to do here? I think nothing else in this small test case. Yeah, so I can safely tell that I'm just gonna add src JSON stream, git status, commit, create first combinator for input data stream. So as far as I understand, there is possibility to have this kind of create merged input stream, where I just will have everything merged together. Can I just remove then chain here and just return map? Will it work? Will it still work? Yeah, perfect. So we even refactored it and improved it a little bit. So now we have this one properly isolated. So if it's an input error, we need to do one thing. If it's an input command, we need to do other thing. Then what else I wanted to create? I wanted to create also a function that I can use for folding the values and sending data into MPSC channel. So, but yeah, here I think I don't need any more chain type because I don't return it anywhere. Let's see, still compiles. What else I don't need? This one as well. Let's see. Yeah. These types I actually need. Actually, or else I can ditch as well. Let's run it again. Still compiles. So tests are still green. Here, do I need anything here? Probably unbounded channel I can remove from dependencies in a test. Yeah, good. So now it looks like good. Good solutions. So okay, now we have this one working. Now what actually I want to do, I want to send back an error itself. So I need to send back an error from a stream input. So for instance, I can receive back a sync into which I can send this input error as a value. But yeah, this one I think I'm gonna leave for the other time. So I think it's all today. And JSON streams, status, commit, clean up code a bit, push. Yeah, so thanks everyone and bye bye.